Welcome to the latest edition of Public Health Updates, covering breakthroughs in the past 2 weeks, brought to you by Lucid Quest. Scientists at the Institute of Cancer Research in London have developed a liquid biopsy that measures circulating tumor DNA in blood to predict how advanced breast cancers respond to treatment. In a study of 167 patients, low or undetectable ctDNA at therapy start or after one 4-week cycle was strongly linked to better outcomes, including longer progression-free survival and higher response rates. Outcomes were strongest when ctDNA became undetectable. The test could help clinicians switch patients early to alternative targeted drugs, combinations, or clinical trials when initial therapy is unlikely to succeed. Researchers at University College London identified fat-derived molecules called epoxy-oxylipins as natural regulators of inflammation. In a human model, volunteers received the soluble epoxide hydrolase inhibitor GSK2256294, which increased epoxy-oxylipin levels. This reduced intermediate monocytes in blood and inflamed tissue and accelerated pain resolution without affecting redness or swelling. One molecule, 12,13-epoxyoctadecanoic acid, acts through p38MA/PK inhibition, suggesting soluble epoxide hydrolase inhibitors could be repurposed for rheumatoid arthritis and cardiovascular disease as add-on therapies. Harvard University researchers analyzed over 30 years of data from 111,000 U.S. adults in the Nurses' Health Study and Health Professionals Follow-Up Study. They tracked 9 aerobic and resistance activities. Participants with the greatest exercise variety had a 19% lower all-cause mortality risk than those with the least variety, even at similar total activity levels. Benefits plateaued beyond a few hours per activity type, supporting guidelines that combine aerobic and resistance exercise. A Barnacle-inspired bacterial therapy shows promise for inflammatory bowel disease, including Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. Researchers engineered non-pathogenic E. coli to deliver a barnacle-derived adhesive protein and a gut barrier healing factor at inflamed sites in mouse models. A single oral or rectal dose enabled 7 to 10 days of attachment, improving weight recovery, reducing bleeding and inflammation, and restoring barrier integrity. A study in communications medicine shows that prenatal exposure to very low doses of bisphenol A can feminize male rats and masculinize females, with long-term metabolic and immune effects below current human exposure levels. Females showed male-like gene activity resembling a cancer-like metabolic state, while males exhibited patterns linked to metabolic syndrome. These findings support the European Food Safety Authority's recent reduction of BPA exposure limits. Researchers at the Technical University of Denmark identified 4-hydroxyphenol-lactate, a gut compound produced by bifidobacteria in infants that lowers allergy and asthma risk. A study of 147 children found early colonization reduced immunoglobulin E levels. Vaginal birth, exclusive breastfeeding, and early social exposure increased colonization. Lab tests showed the compound reduced immunoglobulin E production by 60% without impairing other immune functions. A 10-year study of 88,000 adults in the journal Cancer found heavy lifelong alcohol consumption strongly linked to colorectal cancer. Individuals drinking over 14 drinks weekly had up to a 91% higher risk. Risk was highest for rectal cancer, while reducing or stopping alcohol lowered precancerous adenoma risk. Experts emphasize alcohol is a modifiable carcinogen and early screening is essential. A study in Cell from UC San Diego reframes heart attacks as a brain-heart neuroimmune malfunction rather than only vascular blockage. Researchers identified a 3-node neural circuit that worsens damage after artery obstruction. Blocking these nodes or using anti-interleukin-1 beta antibodies improved outcomes in mice despite persistent blockage, suggesting new neuroimmune-targeted cardiac therapies. Stay ahead in public health research. Like, share, and subscribe for our updates. Visit lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com for expert health